So there's this like weird trend happening right now where makeup has no color. So the makeup industry goes through waves of like trends, obviously, like anything. It's like fashion. So it's kind of, it's cyclical. It goes from like, I don't know, like more natural and like maybe skincare focused to super full coverage, glam, you know, maybe brands are focusing on blush, maybe they're focusing on highlighter, maybe they're focusing on like eyes and like bold colors. Right now, we're kind of in this like transition to more natural, more like serum-y, lighter coverage, cream blushes, cream highlights, that kind of thing. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm all about, like 100%. But I am confused by this. Two products that I'm going to be sharing with you. So you guys have probably heard about the Becca Zero Foundation Primer. So this is a no pigment virtual foundation. Okay, first of all, the packaging is fucking stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Like, I love it. I just want to preface this by saying that Becca is one of my favorite brands. I love their products. I think they are so stunningly beautiful, and I understand where they're going with this. So this is essentially supposed to be a foundation that has no color. So it's got, when you open it up, it's got like a little scoopy thing. If you've got claws, you can just use your claws. So does that just look like a pore filling primer to you? Because it does to me too. Basically, it's supposed to act as a foundation, I guess. I don't know, like smooth your face and make your skin look beautiful without having to wear foundation, which is basically just like a pore filling primer. That's it. The reason that I'm even making this video, because I don't really like do, especially these kinds of reviews, like one product reviews or like a video where I'm just like shitting on a product. I feel like this is incredibly disingenuous for the brand. I'm going to show this to you. We're going to do it on, I don't know, one of the sides of my face. If I can get my Justin Bieber hair out of the way. My prematurely gray Justin Bieber hair. So yeah, I mean, you can probably see the texture. It's a matte, clear primer. Basically, it looks like a pore filling primer, you know, basically any of those pore filling primers. Look at how pretty that packaging is though, fuck. So I'm gonna take a little bit out. So I'm gonna start off with that much. It does feel very cooling. Like it feels like a little bit of water. And then I'm just gonna, you know, use my finger to blend it out. I don't know if you're supposed to pat or wipe. It feels like kind of watery, like, you know, the water gel moisturizers, like for example, the Tatcha water cream. It kind of feels like that when you work it into the skin. Doesn't smell like anything, which is nice. Foundation? No. So I'll be honest with you. I don't even really see that much of a difference. I can see like a tiny bit of blurring of like just my skin's texture, but obviously it hasn't done anything for the color because it's colorless. This is why I think this shit is disingenuine. Disingenuine. Did I say disingenuine before? Because I meant disingenuous, but my mouth just said disingenuine. I don't know, maybe I had a stroke. Okay, anyway, so disingenuous. It feels disingenuous from the brand. And the reason for this is it's a primer. And that's it. I understand the movement towards trying to like get people to feel maybe more comfortable not covering up their skin and embracing their natural skin, everything, I guess. Calling this a foundation is really just a PR move. And I think it's a little bit too much of that. Like I said, it just is, it's a little dishonest. And the product seems nice for a primer, like now that it's just like set, it feels dry, like kind of matte. And it feels smooth, but like a little bit more matte. But the point of a foundation is to even out your skin tone, like the color. That's basically what a foundation is supposed to be. It's supposed to go in and just kind of like even out your skin tone. But as you can see, it's done absolutely nothing to do that. I still have the redness that I have on this side in this area. You can still see, you know, all of my little imperfections. So what? I think if the brand came out and said, I think if the campaign was a primer that a primer that will replace your need for foundation. Because then you're being more honest about what it actually is. That would be much more genuine, in my opinion. Now, I read some reviews and I heard some people saying that like foundation just pills up if you try to use it as a primer, so I'm gonna try that. This is the Elcie Cosmetics Micro Silk Foundation in the shade Cameo. All right, I'm gonna try I can see like a little bit, a tiny bit, I don't know if you guys can see that. There's like a couple little like spots where it has kind of like pilled up, but now I wanna try it with a brush. And this is the Sigma Domed Buffer Brush. That doesn't look too bad. I don't know if you guys can see like there's an area over here that is kind of like patching up, but it doesn't seem like foundation is pilling up that bad on it, but I didn't use too much. So I think if you go in with like a little bit too much and then you try to use a foundation, it probably would pill up even more. Now, since we're on the subject of, oh God, I hope those didn't break. Anyway, since we're on the subject of makeup with no color, the first thing that I received that really confused me was the Shake Primer from KVD Beauty High Impact Eyeshadow Primer. You shake it up, it's got a black, like oily thing, and then it's clear, and then you shake it up, and it's a no color eyeshadow primer. Which I'm like, why? Because typically, an eyeshadow primer, like part of its job is to cancel out pigment on your lids, because we all have like veins. Not everybody has super veiny eyelids, but most people, you know, have some pigment up there and you want the eyeshadow to stand out. So this was confusing to me, but I was like, all right. So basically I'm gonna shake it up, drop it. Oh, it's very liquidy, if you can see that. I'm gonna do it on this finger. Oh, okay, well, dropped off. Fuck. I can't even keep it on my finger. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to apply it. Did I mix it? Well, yeah, I mixed it. Once again, no color. Okay, so confused. It feels a little bit sticky. It seems to be setting a little bit. Does it do like anything? No, it really doesn't, huh? I'm gonna blend something over it just because, you know, how else do we know? I'm actually just gonna take this BH Cosmetics Belgian Waffle bronzer highlighter thing, and I'm just gonna grab bronzer. Well, it seems to be blending okay. I know this looks crazy because I have absolutely no makeup on except for that tiny bit of foundation. Well, here's the thing. It blends nicely. So I guess if you're someone who wears incredibly natural makeup and you don't want it to look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, and you don't necessarily want your eyeshadow to be so pigmented, this could be an option for you. The only thing is, it's very liquidy. So when I was trying to put it on my finger to apply it, it was difficult. So I just don't know if it's worth like buying a whole product when you could use something like, say, the e.l.f. Cosmetics primer, which is like, this is in the shade Sheer. But I mean, like, it doesn't really do that much, you know, like as in terms of color, but it does just enough. And the formula is beautiful and it's e.l.f., so it's cheap. So you could just sheer this out. You know what I mean? Yeah, so those are my thoughts on the, it does blend nicely though. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the, look at, can you see that? It's pilling up. I mean, not that you're gonna like put your makeup on and then do this, but I just wanted to see. That's it. I was just confused. I thought you might be too. I just wanted to let you know that you're probably not the only one who feels that way. It's such pretty packaging. Oh, it'd be great for like a lip treatment. Just saying. Repurpose it maybe.